Hello there again. It is Daniel Eric again, and I am messaging you on 2025 June 13th. So, yesterday it was day 17. Today is day 18 of this video journal series, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic. However, I do have a cold, and I really don't like that. One thing I don't like about colds is since I'm trying to be a more productive person, just when I think I'm ready to accomplish something where I get this cold and there's kind of like this, issue with my head where I'm like, do I try to rest and recover, but then I feel like it's hard to rest because I haven't accomplished anything and such. And then you do that thing where like then you'll do stuff that isn't resting, even though you know you should. For example, the YouTube videos and such. Just watching various stuff. You have an idea. Oh, I have this idea in my head, and then you go around looking for that material and seeing what other people have to say about it, instead of like really thinking for yourself and such. Um, all right then. Well, yesterday, the way the day went, which was day 17, it was June 12th of the year 2025. And because I already had a cold, I went to work, did my 10:40 to 5:30 shift at work, and um, uh, basically I get home. It's 6:11, and I still do the whole internet browsing without actually doing something reasonably productive at first. I managed to fall asleep 10:43 p.m. and so I'm messaging you the earliest that I've ever done it, which is it's 6:09 a.m. right now. I woke up at 4 a.m., so it must have been like from like 10:45 ish to 4 is probably slept, and then I just suddenly woke up. I got up and just started, blowing my nose. I'm getting the steam going. Chewing on raw ginger root, which I used to do more often, but the past several months I hadn't been doing it. But now that I got this cold, it's like, oh, maybe I should start chewing on raw ginger root more often. So I also gotta hold the phone up a bit higher so have a better angle of my face instead of that ugly freaking nostrils crap. All right then. Um, oh, how about I show you the amount of plastic that I've used in the first like 12 days of June? This is the amount. I think this is pretty much most of what I've gotten. So, as you can see, I end up caving, even though I do not like fruit juice. I think that's just basically a big bomb of sugar. I had that debatey thing where I'm just desperate for like vitamin C because I've been convinced that that's how you get over a cold, and freaking do not like this. So this is the first time I've used these solid plasticky bottles. That was yesterday. That's all the plastic that I used yesterday, and throughout several other days, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, I ended up buying some things at work. I work at Walmart on no Saturday, Sunday, Monday. On Saturday nights, some Saturday nights, not this coming Saturday night, but typically the Sundays and the Mondays, I'll work at the Walmart, and sometimes I'll get plasticky things. But maybe for the whole rest of the month, I can use like little to no plastic at all. But this is literally 12 days worth. And so if it weren't for me getting that cold, if I'd made some better decisions, this would probably be practically hard or nothing. So um, again, I'm gonna start talking about those 11 goals again and how I could probably accomplish. It's possible to accomplish maybe almost all of them today. Read a page a book a day. I haven't done that for like since almost the beginning of this thing. I read a chapter of the Holy Bible a day. You know that I'm still on Genesis like 9 or something. Push-ups every day, besides reasonable designated rest period days or similar exercise. Yeah, this might be one of those days where I don't do them, but maybe I'll still do them anyway. Sometimes it helps clear the head and push the phlegm out of my nostrils and such. Daily gardening. Yeah, I should just check up on the seeds. Maybe rip up some more weeds. Um, I might not do that. I might at least like rip up some weeds or something, because there's a whole bunch of area in the patio that I can still plant other seeds on. Um, Avoid processed food. Well, so far I've done that today. I haven't eaten anything yet today, and maybe I won't eat processed food today. Avoid added sugar. I think I can accomplish that today. Avoid unnecessary plastic, particularly food wrappers. Yeah, that's I reckon that's achievable. Just look away from the vending machines and the little food things and at my workplace and such. Avoid internet browsing on the smartphone unnecessarily. It utilizes 4G and Wi-Fi. That's been the case so far. Woke up at 4 a.m. I was asleep before midnight. That's been the case so far today. Um, uh, Avoid using generative AI or AI chatbots. Yeah, that's achievable. And here's the main one. Here's the main one. Avoid any leisurely internet usage, especially like YouTube videos, like videos online and such. Um, in minutes, avoid the usage in specific minute amounts before doing an equivalent number of minutes of any of the above listed productive activities. Well, number five. Did I say number five? Clean as much or more than I mess up around the house. Yeah. This morning, probably around like 5, maybe 4:50 to 5:15 or so. I washed the dishes for like 20 minutes. And so then around 5:17 to 5:22, I kind of moved over to the laptop. I had like 5 or 6 tabs open, and there's like, oh, interesting YouTube video, one of those health advice YouTube video thingies, with funny little doodles that describe interesting factoids. That was an 8-minute video, but with the speed up faster, it was like 5 minutes. So I'm still 15 minutes ahead. Again, wash the dishes for 20 minutes first, and then I've used up that bank of minutes that I've talked about. I've used up like 5-ish minutes of that. One of the pieces of advice was squat when you poop. I've been doing that for years. On that particular like YouTube video. All right then. I think I'm pretty optimistic about today, even though I've got that cold. I basically only get like one cold a year and such. So I'll suck it up and whatnot. I'll be able to eventually get over it. Get steam and stuff. But the whole goal today, because I failed to do this yesterday, I get home. Part of the reason why I decided, oh, when I get home, I might as well just be on, idly, browse the internet, even on the smartphone and such. Part of the reason why is because I think that I stayed up a teeny bit past midnight or something, on that same calendar day, which is June 12th. So when it went from June 11th to June 12th, when it became midnight and it became June 12th, that was part of the same calendar day. And so because I was already doing that, I was like, well, I failed that goal for today, of avoiding internet usage before doing an equivalent number of productive minutes. So I don't know. Maybe I should have been a bit wiser, because once you get home from work, that's like a whole different section of the day compared to um, before you get to work. But so far, I've accomplished all those goals. When I was on the internet for like 5 minutes, that was on the laptop, not the smartphone. And that's what I want to prioritize, because I think it's just better, because you kind of take stuff more seriously when you're on the laptop versus the smartphone. And the laptop, it's at a desk and stuff. It's basically just used a home computer and such, on a desk with a mouse and everything. All right, then. I guess that's all I got to say for now. House is pretty trashed. I want to clean that up as well. And maybe I'll avoid purchasing anything with plastic in it today. All right, then. Bye for now.